the snow. But here's the thing. Historically, the polar vortex brings cold temperatures and rounds of wintry weather to the central part of the United States where it is now. However, here in South Carolina, it's just many, many rounds of snowy rain. Well, meteorologist Daniel Miller looked at the current active weather across the entire country.
There's a great divide across the United States this week when it comes to our weather. Temperatures in the central U.S. have been well below zero. Meanwhile, in Florida, afternoon temperatures have been in the 80s. The reason behind these big swings in weather has to do with the polar vortex. The polar vortex is a large area of low pressure with cold air that is always at both the north and south poles. When the vortex and the jet stream are strong, the cold air stays north with the vortex. However, during the winter, the vortex can weaken, and pieces of this Arctic air can dive south with the jet stream. Wherever the tip or trough in the jet stream goes is where the coldest air will be. Monday morning, record low temperatures well below zero were recorded across the central and northern plains. Locations across Texas also shattered records, with many in the single digits. Hazardous weather, including snow and ice, is also impacting Texas and the deep south. So why haven't we seen any of this Arctic air or any snow in South Carolina? Well, on either side of this trough are ridges or large...
All right, shalom, shalom. First things first, I want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kwakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahushai. And we give double honors to our apostle elders, which are the apostle elders at Great Millstone, which have diligently done the work for many years, and which have continued to feed us with the spirit and power, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, with the wisdom and knowledge. And you're seeing the fruits come to pass now, man. Everything you're seeing taking place right now in the year 2021, which is the year of hastening the coming of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, is for the exit of the elect, all right? The salvation of the hopeful elect, which you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which is spread out through the four corners of the planet Earth in the confusion of face. Like it says, you can't come looking like John Saff, man, all right? The Lord's heritage is likened unto a speckled bird. So in these last days, man, the hopeful elect is being sealed. This lesson is to touch on the cold vortex, the cold that's pretty much hitting, and why this lesson's been on my spirit for just a few days, and the Wadi Yahweh Shah for allowing me to put this lesson together. But the Lord is cold in everything that He does, man. Because why I say this is going out to you brothers, and especially the men out there that go out on the highways and the byways, and risk their Romans 12:1, present their bodies as living sacrifices. But the Most High is so cold in everything that He does because the Spirit had me jump into the effects of cold weather on the human body. So us out there, especially you dealing with the apostles and elders, which have been out there for many years, there's health benefits and there's benefits to us going out there. That's why, to those that don't go out in the cold and they don't listen to the Father don't have to explain everything to us. Just like the time of the end, the Father left that in His power. He didn't give us when He would come back, because that is in His power. So there's certain things that the Most High keeps in His power and sort of doesn't tell us. Okay. And there's prime examples of the angels telling certain prophets not to write certain things. These you write, these you don't write, these you publish, these you hide. So there's certain things that we ain't privy to at the time, but we also say we prophesy in part. But let's jump right into the main part of the lesson is that the Most High is looking out for us even in the cold, man. When He tells us to go out there on the highways and the byways and in season and out of season, that's a purpose to it. There's a purpose for everything that the Lord does, even if we don't see it. That's why the Lord, the scripture says, though He slay me, I shall maintain my trust in Him. Okay. So there's hidden benefits, just like the major hidden benefit was the life of Yahushai. The life of Yahushai bred more with Him giving up His life and making that sacrifice. He brought so much greater blessings through that. All right. So let's jump into the benefits. This is an article I found. Well, let me play this right. We'll play this right here. This is a guy that he's the world record holder on cold. They call him Mr. Ice, Mr. Freeze, right? This is where I first initially started dealing with the cold topic. I was watching this and it wasn't even dealing with the highways and byways, but I was watching this guy and going into the benefits because, I look into health benefits on certain things. He has a health benefits of cold, and he's one of the guys that has proven the benefits of cold. And
for just $67.
let me pause this. And he's learned to manifest, or he's learned to harbinger. I don't know the word I'm looking for. He's learned to use the cold for his benefit. So that's the same thing what you see that the Lord is doing for us, in a way that we didn't notice it before. But just check this out.
That for most people, they simply can't tune into and control.
See? So he's tuned into the health benefits of the cold, right?
And that's to optimize the mind-body connection.
WIM has figured out ways, namely through breath work and through exposure to cold, to take conscious control over aspects of his physiology that, for most people, they simply can't tune into and control.
So Esau knows. He studies the cold and the effects. I'm not going to play it because it's got so many hits. I don't want it to, flag it. But Esau studied the effects of cold. And I remember the apostle making a statement. It was Apostle Gabar making a statement about sometimes taking cold showers is good for you. Sometimes just taking it, I think it was dealing with, just getting used to not having, warm water. But there is a benefit in cold water exposure. Let's go to this. It says what is cold therapy? Cold therapy is not a new invention. It is among men's earliest medical treatments. The Edwin Smith Pyro, 3500 BC. The most ancient medical texts repeatedly mention cold therapy. However, until the late 1980s, cold exposure remained relatively unappreciated by modern allopathic medicine, okay, because Esau gets away from this stuff and he keeps it for himself. More recently, cold therapy has been increasingly used to prevent or mitigate various types of neurological injury, the brain. So it can actually heal the brain. So when we out there on the highways and the byways, the Father is looking out for us, man. And I'm going to show you through all of these benefits, we out there in the cold. So cold months are our better months. Cold months are the better, or the months we go out there in the cold benefit us way more than it does going out there in the warm. So the Lord helps us, and he's been building our immune system for the time to come, because those that listen to the Father's commandment and went out there on our highways and byways, your body has been getting primed for this coming pandemic that's out here, man. You know what I'm saying? The Lord been looking out for our bodies in a way we didn't notice before, because we've been out there many years in the cold, in the winter, every week. Why? But look what the benefits are. I don't want to, get ahead, because it's exciting, man, to see the benefits of the Father when you didn't notice it before, man. All right? It makes you there's a type of feeling you get like, man, the Father's looking out for us, man. It says benefit of cold exposure. The post doesn't suggest rapid immersion in cold water. That may cause dangerous and even fatal. So it's false balance. So you got to take it, just like with anything. Just like the Father said, honey. If you eat too much honey, you can puke it up. So even something that's good for you, you can do too much of it or do something of it that it can hurt you or not be a benefit to you. So that's why it says if you do this thing gradually and you work your way into it, just like us, we've been out there many years. We didn't just go out there and just be out there. No, we've been building ourselves up where we've been out there many years now where have a built up for that winter time. For those that are in the colder parts of the U.S. or the world. It says changes in the breath and heart rate known as cold shock response. By caution with any form of sudden temperature change in your environment, especially if you have heart disease or any chronic conditions, make sure you consult a doctor before making any major changes to your daily routine. All right. AIDS, fat burning. Humans have stores of active fat burning tissues, but like white fat, which stores energy and comprises most of body fat, brown fat is active in burning calories and using energy. BAT can essentially turn calories from food into heat. See that? Indeed, studies show that cold exposure increases fat. It says active, which leads to increased calorie expenditure. Researchers conclude that frequent cold exposure might be acceptable and economically complementary approach to address the current obese epidemic. That's all I'm going to read on that. I'm just going to read a few excerpts of this. Or I can, fight inflammation, may support longevity. It actually shown to increase your life. Okay, let me pull that in. Let me pull that up real quick. The actual cold expands your life. That's the benefit of being out there in the cold, man. Look. Look. So you going out there, that's why it says, him that seeketh to save his life shall lose it. But him that giveth his life shall gain it, man. Or loses his life shall gain it. All right. So we out there in the cold, and the Lord, we out there looking to the other people as being crazy. But the Father is helping us. Okay, look. It says study. Okay, yeah, it went to this. I think it went to the same article I'm on now. Okay, it's right here, so I'll read this one. It says, may support longevity. A study found that flies live twice as long when kept at 21 degrees Celsius than 27 degrees Celsius. Similar research of worms found that a 5% drop in the temperature increased lifespan by 75%. A number of studies on insects have also found a negative relationship between temperature and lifespan. Fish also seem to live longer at lower temperatures. For example, one study showed that at a 6 degrees Celsius drop in temperature increased the average fish lifespan by 75%. That number 75 keeps coming up. And it says in 1986, one researcher immersed his lab rats in shallow cold water for 4 hours per day. Only 4 hours per day, man. Check this out. The rats burned so many extra calories that they ate 50% more than control rats. The cold exposure rats still weighed less than the control rats and lived 10% longer. So you burn the energy and you can replace that energy quicker. Another study showed the cold core temperature of mice by 0.3 Celsius males and 0.34 Celsius females resulted in an increase in the average lifespan of 12 and 20% respectively. Increases longevity via cold exposure. Could be more due to hermes referred to the paradoxical adaptation that makes animals stronger and more efficient if they exposed to environment stresses. So that's what we doing, man. The Lord has set us up in a way that we can give our body a benefit while we're out there in the cold in the highways and the byways, man. Call Haloim Yabashim Yashai. So the health benefits go on and on. Improves sleep quality, strengthens immune system, combats oxidative stress, reduces pain. Cold exposure will power and willpower. Okay, so these are the benefits that the Father has set up for us to go out there in the cold, man. So when we look at it, some of us say, man, winter months, but if we look at it as a side of, man, it's a blessing to go out there, and it's a way to help improve our immune system and help our bodies, period, drastically in a short period of time. So, hey, man, call Halom Yabashim Yashai, man. That's how you show you there's a false balance is an abomination. So the Father is perfect in everything, man. Everything that he does, there's perfectness to it. There's duality. All right? There's one that says what does it say? Everything is created against itself. Cold, hot. All right? This is Job 13 and verse 15. And it reads, it says, though he slay me, yet will I trust in him, but I will maintain my own ways before him. So that's why we got to keep our trust, even though if it seems like the Father is doing something that could hurt us or so-called slay us, but we maintain our trust because there's mercy there, man. There's mercy there. You know, and we got to look through that. It says, he also shall be my salvation, for an hypocrite shall not come before him. Hear diligently my speech and my declaration with ears. So here what we saying, man. The Father is doing things for us and benefiting us because he's returning back to us. We're not returning to him. He's returning to us, therefore making us return to him. So the Father is waking us up. This is the Father's time clock, you know, and he's allowing us to come back to him so we can fulfill his words. Because it's not for our sake, it's for his name's sake, man. Because we didn't do anything to deserve this salvation. This is Jeremiah 29 and verse 11. And it reads, for I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. So the Father has good thoughts for us, man. If he wanted to really destroy us, he would have left us in Esau's hands, man, and not gave us the opportunity to call on his name again, man. Then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. Just like you're seeing now. The Father gave us his name so we can pray unto him, and he can hearken unto us and fulfill his things, man, and fulfill his words. It says, and ye shall seek me and find me, when ye shall search for me with all your heart, man. And that's when we go out there. When we go out there on the highways and the byways, week in and week out, we're seeking Yah B'Shem Yahushua, man. We're kissing the Son. That's why the scripture says, kiss the Son lest he be angry, man. So we going out there and we proclaiming, and Yahushua said it, him that proclaim his name, he shall proclaim our name to the Father, man. So we out there on the highways and byways and telling the world, Yah B'Shem Yahushua is responsible for what's taking place on the earth, man. And we're praising him, not no Cesare, not Christ, none of those things. This is Proverbs 11 and 1. A false balance is an abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight. So the Father doesn't deal with just weights and that, and just in judgment also, man. Because you're seeing it take place, especially with us out there. So the benefit that he's given us through these years of us going on these highways and byways, we don't know the benefit. We're seeing it now. Because now this disease came out, everybody else don't go out on the highways every week, every year. They make it a point to stay in the house. Or if they do go out there, they're not going out there for the benefit of the Lord. They're just going out there because they like the cold. All right. This is Psalms 103, and I'm going to close out on this. This is Psalms 103 and 1, and it says, a psalm of David. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. See? Who forgiveth all thine iniquity, who healeth all thy diseases, who redeemeth thy life from destruction, who crowneth thee with loving kindness and tender mercy. This is our Father, man. Look how he talks. Look how the Father talks through the prophet David, man. He's showing us his tenderness, man, and showing us he's gonna heal us, man, and make us good. Who satisfies thy mouth with good things, so that thy youth is renewed like the eagles. You see it says, him that waiteth upon me shall renew their strength. It says the Lord executed righteousness and judgment for all that are oppressed. He made known his ways unto Moses, his acts unto the children of Israel. The Lord is merciful and gracious, slow to anger, and plenteous in mercy. And you're seeing it now by way of us going on the highways and byways, going out into the cold for Yah B'Shem Yahushua's mercy, man, because he's showing us that he's helping us, man. So, Lord willing, this is edifying. Like I said, I might do a part 2 if, the Lord, if the Spirit allows me. But I just wanted to make it, a to-the-point video. Let the information come out. And you brothers, Lord willing, look into it yourselves, man. So with that, I want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Karkwadash, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushai, B'Shem Karkwadash. Till the next time, keep faith. Keep fighting, keep pushing towards the goal of salvation. Shalom, Akim. Shalom.